It's a story we've been following all summer, the increased attacks targeting ICE agents. And today, the Washington Post, I know shocking, revealing a shocking deep dive over the group allegedly behind a July attack when suspects opened fire on officers outside of a Texas ICE facility. The Washington Post reporting the purported attackers were among a secretive network of Dallas anti-fascists, part of a growing movement of far-left political resistance that some experts say have shown signs of increasing violence in the Trump era. Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett joins us now. You know, Greg, I'm surprised that the Washington Post did this, but a lot of information. Apparently, a bunch of dudes move into a neighborhood in Dallas, identify as trans, and start doing all this hand-to-hand combat training, being very militant, and then attack some cops.
Yeah, you know, Lawrence, it's on the rise statistically. For example, in the first 6 months of this year, there have been roughly 80 attacks against ICE agents compared to 10 in the same period last year. So what's really happening is these anti-fascists, as they regard themselves, have coalesced. And instead of protesting peacefully, they've resorted to violence. And what happened in Alvarado, Texas, the attack on the ICE facility there, is typical of what's happened in other venues. For example, we saw it in Los Angeles, but in Texas, I mean, this was an ambush, according to law enforcement. They spray painted the ICE vehicles. They set off fireworks to lure the agents out of the facility, then unloaded 30 rounds at them, injuring one agent. So, you know, that this is documented, that it's on the rise. They call themselves shock troops on the street. And, you know, again, it's one thing to protest peacefully, but when you escalate it to violence, then you're looking at charges like this, which is attempted murder, terrorism-related charges, others involved aiding and abetting as accessories, and the concealing of evidence, which is obstruction of justice. So the full weight of law enforcement will now come on these groups.
So real quickly, Greg, it's easy to make the charge when it comes to an event that's already transpired. You got attempted murder, as you noted, and it was premeditated as well. But what happens with these groups that are in the planning stages, but they haven't actually committed the act? Because we want to attack these groups, get them locked up before they actually do the act.
Yeah, it's exceedingly difficult, Lawrence, to uncover planned attacks in advance, which is not to say that the FBI isn't on the case, because they are, and so are other federal support agencies, including ICE and their own investigative teams. But it's incredibly dangerous out there. And look, this kind of militancy that began during the BLM, defund police riots 5 years ago has now taken a dark and dangerous turn.
What comes next, Greg, in an investigation like this? Because what we're learning is that, okay, this was a Dallas network, which shocks me being from Dallas, but there's all these other cells that are connected with this group as well.
Well, law enforcement, particularly the FBI, is very adept at infiltrating some, but not all, of these, you know, secret organizations, secret cells. And when they make arrests, as they did in Alvarado, Texas, generally some of the lesser players involved will cop pleas and provide information about future attacks, future plans, other organizations, and that's really the only way to penetrate them.
Wow. Greg, I'm so glad that the law enforcement is getting to the bottom of this. You just can't have this. If you want to protest, that's fine.
Right.
But you can't have violence against the law enforcement. It doesn't send the message of law and order. Gregg Jarrett, thanks so much.
Sure.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.